Happy Thursday, Sainers. Welcome to the Saints TV YouTube channel. Welcome to the round 23 preview. This is the big one. Straight into it. This is huge. This is the game of our season. We win this. We all know what that means. Our top 8 position would be secured. It wouldn't be almost there. It wouldn't be, we're giving ourselves a chance. No, it's done. We would be playing finals football if we beat the Geelong Football Club. A football club that has really given us, some pretty upsetting moments in our history. We've had some pretty good ones too with them in recent times, but those recent meetings are no match for this game. This game is massive. So for us, we bounced back last week. Solid win against the Tigers. Geelong, they played Collingwood. They were gallant. They fought hard. And Jeremy Cameron did everything he could. And the umpires also did everything they could to make sure that Geelong had a chance. And he kicked 7 goals for. So he's obviously the biggest worry going into this game. Always is when you play Geelong, is their forwards. Tom Hawkins is a test. Cam Guthrie is a test this week. They're likely to still be missing Blixarves, Jack Henry, Gary Rowan's out. Reece Stanley is touch and go, so he's basically their last standing ruckman. He's out. They've got a growing injury list, whereas on the flip side for us, it's the opposite. From reports at training today, from a mate of mine that was at training, 26 players were out in the park. The 26 that most likely will play on Saturday night, so I kind of like that. And it's an unchanged. It looks like it would be an unchanged lineup. Based on the performance last week and the fact that we don't really have anyone else returning from injury, no one else beating the door down at Sandy. There was no VFL last week, so again, you can't really judge. I think the team that we had last weekend, with Membry back, with Seb Ross back, Gresh playing predominantly forward, didn't go at a centre bounce once last week. The Cats are up and down. They're 11th. We're 6th. If they want to make finals, they have to win this game. If we want to make finals, we have to win this game. So I don't think there's been a bigger Saints-Cats game since, I'd argue, maybe the 2010 qualifying final. I don't know. Remind me, maybe there's another game since then, but I can't remember. We've been at the bottom. They've been at the top. I can't recall a bigger game with a bigger build-up than this one at a bigger time in the season. Round 23, there's 2 games to go. They're still a very good team. We cannot discount that. They've been out of form. But, Geelong, they're proud. They back themselves. They'll play to their system. They've got guns across the field. Tom Stewart is one that obviously we need to look at. Cooper Sharman, I think, should get first dibs. I don't think he should be the sub. I think he should start on Tom Stewart. Obviously, DeConing plays down there, so he will go to King. And that leaves, Membry or a Sharman to be that kind of loose, tall, that can float up to the wing and push back and then hopefully create some sort of a mismatch, and then we're in business there. And then down the other end, it really is based on whether Hawkins plays or not. If Hawkins doesn't play, I think Cal Wilkie should just play on Jeremy Cameron, and then we handle the rest. They've got, is it Ollie Henry, who's been pretty good for them, over 30 goals this season, whether that's a Josh Battle or even it's a Jimmy Webster maybe, depending on height. There's those sorts of matchups there as well. And then obviously in the midfield, it doesn't get much bigger. Their best mid this season has been Mitch Duncan and, Cam Guthrie, who is touch and go to play. And then after that, there's a bit of a gap. Obviously, Paddy Dangerfield's missed a bit of footy, but he's going pretty well now. And he's the sort of player that hasn't been at his all-time best this season, but for games like this, you got to be careful not to put him in the mood. And that's why on the potty I said we've got to start Mitch Owens in the guts, because you need to have that sort of big boy energy there. I put it politely. There's another term for it, but we don't want Paddy Dangerfield to walk into the middle and feel like he's the big dog and then he's just going to run things his way. Mitch Owens being there, he's bigger than him, he's taller than him, he's as explosive than him probably now. And for him, it's just we need to be intimidating. We need to go out there and really act like, we're the team that's meant to play finals. We've been in the 8 all season. So let's act like the team that's been in the 8 all season. They're going to try and bully us. They're going to try and push us around. They've got more senior bodies. That's just Geelong. They always do. But I think when it comes to game style and, the type of teams that have troubled Geelong, it's the teams that like to use the footy, run in waves, very enthusiastic, and I think we fit the bill there. Fremantle did that against them in Geelong, beat them. GWS did that against them in Geelong, beat them. Collingwood did that to come back last week, they won. There's certain teams that Geelong just don't like playing, certain types of teams lately, and I think we're one of them. Last year we even showed hints of it when we went berserk in the third and fourth quarter, and we beat them. We were the last team to beat them before they went on a 14 or 15 game winning streak and winning the flag. And that was off the back of just, crazy electric football. We need to, try and mimic a bit of that on Saturday night. And the crowd's going to be predominantly Saners. It's going to be red, white and black. We're giving away tickets to Saners watching that can't get to the game. But you've got tickets, DM me on Instagram. Send them to me. We will reallocate those tickets to other Saners that can't go, who otherwise can't go. So it's going to be, obviously, a cauldron. Mason Wood called out during the week in his presser and said that he wants it to be full-on Saints. He wants us to go crazy in the stands. We've got to create that environment, because if it was down in Geelong at the Cattery, hell yeah, they're going to be creating that environment. We're going to be feeling very, very outnumbered if you're travelling down the highway to watch the Cats at the Cattery. So for the Cats coming down the highway to go to Marvel, we want to be generating that same feeling for them. We need to make it feel like they've travelled pretty far, they're outnumbered, and hopefully that's enough to really lift the boys, because in some of our best wins, I think it's when the crowd's really up and about, and our boys seem to respond very strongly to the crowd enthusiasm. So we need to bring that noise, that energy all night, because just think of what happens if we do win, To know that we can go to the Gabba and just go for it, and regardless of what happens, we play in an elimination final 2 weeks later. That's pretty damn cool. So let's not jump the gun there. I love to jump the gun and just think of what ifs, but we need to be bringing our best. I think we can get them on the outside, go through the guts. I loved that we did that against Richmond. Carlton, we went around the boundary too often, but I think it was because they clogged up the middle. But Geelong, I don't think Geelong are the sort of team that will play too defensive. I think they'll continually come at us. And I think on the flip side, if we can be good defensively, get Battle, Wilkie, Cordy as well, intercepting, and then we get it in the likes of Naz's hands, Sinclair, Liam Stocker's been good off halfback, even Marcus Windhager as well. Get it into the hands of these players that can use the ball or are willing to take a risk and go to the best option, and sometimes the best option is the tough option. Go to those options, they hit the targets, opens up the game, and we want to get Kingy on the move. We want to get Membry up the ground, and obviously Sharman and Owens just doing what they've been doing lately. So it's a massive game, Saners. I'm so excited. It's the one game this year, maybe before the Collingwood game in round 5, where I just want to get through every day quickly. I just want to sleep, get the sleep done, wake up, go back to sleep, wake up, and then get to the game. I just want to get to the game. I'm too excited. I'm too nervous. The whole family's coming. Get as many Saners as you can to the game. Let's make this a special night. Geelong have had many special nights in their history. We want this to be one for us. So let's make it happen, all right? So I'll wrap it up there, Saners. Comment your thoughts. Let me know your predictions, what you're excited about, what you're nervous about. And then, yeah, it's a big one. As I've mentioned a million times, get to the game. And if you don't, cheer loud wherever you are. Let's get the boys over the line. Let's create a very, very special night at the football for the club. So I'll wrap it up there, Saners. Thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week. And as always, go you mighty Saners. I'll see you after the game.